Hello! My name is Leo and welcome to the reading of the Elder Scrolls. Today we're going to be reading Rain's Hand, Book 4 of 2920, the last year of the First Era, I keep wanting to say Empire, by Kadovac Townway. Third of Rain's Hand, 2920, Cold Harbor, Oblivion. Oblivion? Oh, okay, Saltha Sea's in Oblivion. So the sea proceeded as quickly as he could through the blackened halls of the palace, half submerged in brackish water. All around him nasty gelatinous creatures scurried into the reeds. Bursts of white fire lit up the upper arches of the hall before disappearing, and smells assaulted him. Rancid death, one moment, sweet flowered perfume the next. Several times he had visited the Daedra princes in their oblivion, but every time something different awaited him. He knew his purpose and refused to be distracted. Eight of the more prominent Daedra princes were awaiting him in the half-melted domed room. Azura, Prince of Dusk and Dawn, Boethia, Prince of Plots, Hermiamora, Daedra of Knowledge, Hircine, the Hunter, Malakath, God of Curses, Maroons Dagon, Prince of Disaster, Molag Baal, Prince of Rage, Shigarath, the Mad One. Above them, the sky cast tormented shadows upon the meeting. So who owns Cold Harbor? I don't know. So this is weird, they're all getting together. Wonder what's going on here. Oh. Plot thickens. Saltha Sea's obviously, I forget the first two books now. But I think maybe that was a plot. That's a plot. That's happening? I don't know. Fifth of Rain's Hand, 2920, the Isle of Aturum, Somerset. Somerset. Oh! Saltha Sea went Somerset. Right. Saltha Sea's voice cried out, echoing from the cave. Move the rock! Immediately, the initiates obeyed, rolling aside the great boulder that blocked the entrance to the dreaming cavern. Saltha Sea emerged, his face smeared with ash weary. He felt he had been away for months, years, but only a few days had transpired. Lorethra took his arm to help him walk, but he refused her help, with a kind smile and a shake of his head. Were you successful? She asked. The Daedra princes I spoke with have agreed to our terms, he said flatly. Disasters, such as befell Gilverdale, should be averted. Only through certain intermediaries, such as witches or sorcerers, will they answer the call of man and Mer. And what did you promise them in return? Why, that's a boy. Oh, and what did you promise them in... Whatever. Asked the Nord boy, Wellag. The deals we make with Daedra, said Saltha Sea, continuing on to Ikis's palace to meet with the master of the Psijic Order, should not be discussed with the innocent. Eighth of Rain's Hand, 2920, the Imperial City, Cyrodiil. A storm billeted the windows of the prince's bedchamber, bringing a smell of moist air to mix with the senses filled with burning incense and herbs. Who's talking? Courier. A letter has arrived from the Empress, your mother, said the courier, anxiously inquiring after your help. What frightened parents I have, laughed Prince Jurek from his bed. It is only... Wait, no, that's the son. It is only natural for a mother to worry. Why does he have the same voice as his father? Don't worry about it, said Sarvin Chorak, the prodigate's son. There is everything unnatural about my family, Akavar. My exiled mother fears that my father will imagine me of being a traitor, covetous of the crown, and is having me poisoned. The prince sank back into his pillow, annoyed. The Emperor has insisted on me having a taster for all my meals, as he does. There are many plots, agreed the Akavar. You have been abed, for nearly 3 weeks, with every healer in the Empire shuffling through like a slow ballroom dance. At least all can see that you're getting stronger. Strong enough to lead the vanguard against Morrowind soon, I hope, said Jurek. Maybe not. 11th of Rain's Hand, 2920. The Isle of Turium, Somerset. The initiates stood quietly in a row along the Arbor Logia. Good enough. Watching the long, deep marbled-lined trench ahead of them flash with fire. The air above it vibrated with the waves of heat, though each student kept his or her face sturdy and emotionless, as a true Psijic should. Their terror was nearly as palpable as the heat. Sothisi closed his eyes and uttered the charm of fire resistance. Which, can't Dark Elves just do that? Well, it's 75%. Yeah. Anyway. Slowly he walked across the basin of leaping flames, climbing to the other side unscathed. Not even his white robe had been burned. The charm is identified by the energy you bring to it. By your own skills, just as all spells are, he said. Your imagination and your willpower are the keys. Oh, now I understand. Sothisi is training people in Somerset, and I believe, if I remember correctly, Amalexia is coming to try to get him to join the war. There is no need for a spell to give you resistance to air or resistance to flowers, and after you cast the charm, you must forget there is even a need for a spell to give you resistance to fire. Do not confuse what I am saying. Resistance is not about ignoring the fire's reality. You will feel the substance of the flame, the texture of it, its hunger, and even the heat of it. But you will know that it will not hurt or injure you. Don't know how that works, but okay. Students nodded, and one by one they cast the spell and made the walk through the fire. Some even went so far as to bend over and scoop up a handful of fire and feed it air, so it expanded like a bubble and melted through their fingers. Sothisi smiled. They were fighting their fear admirably. The chief proctor, Thargalith, came running from the Arbor Archers. Sothisi! Amalexia has arrived in Atrium. There you go. Icasus told me to fetch you. Sothisi returned to Thargalath for only a moment, but he knew instantly from the screams what had transpired. Oh no. Oh no. The Nord Wellig, shouldn't Wellig be an E? Don't worry about it. Had not cast the spell properly and was burning. The smell of scorched hair and flesh panicked the other students, who were struggling to get out of the basin, pulling him with them. But the incline was too steep. Oh god. Away from the entry points. With a wave of his hand, Sothisi extinguished the flame. Oh, he can just do that. Okay. Welling and several other students were burned, but not badly. The sorcerer cast a healing spell on them before turning back to Thargalath. I'll be with you in a moment and give Amalexia the time to shake the road dust from her train. Sothisi turned back to the students, his voice flat. Fear does not break spells, but doubt and incomprehension are the great enemies of any spellcaster. Master Oleg, you will pack your bags. Oh, I'll arrange for a boat to bring you to the mainland tomorrow morning. Oh, so he's just out. That sucks. The sorcerer found Amalexia and Icasus in the study, drinking hot tea and laughing. She was more beautiful than he had remembered, though he had never before seen her so dishevelled. They're not brothers and sisters, are they? No. No, they're not. And are they gods at this point in the story? This is first era. This is the end of the first era, so yes. The Battle of Red Mountain has happened already, I think. Anyway, she was more beautiful than he had remembered, though he had never seen her so dishevelled, wrapped in a blanket, dangling her damp, long, black tresses, before the fire to dry. As Sothisi approached, she leapt from her feet and embraced him. Did you swim all the way from Morrowind? He smiled. It's pouring rain from Skywatch down to the coast, she explained, returning his smile. Only half a league away, and it never rains here, said Icasus proudly. Of course, I sometimes miss the excitement of Somerset, and sometimes even the mainland itself. Still, I'm always very impressed by anyone out there who gets anything accomplished. It is a world of distractions. Speaking of distractions, what's all this I hear about a war? You mean the one that's been bloodying the continent for the last 80 years, Master? Asked Sothosy, amused. I suppose that's the one I mean, said Ichicus, with a shrug of his shoulders. How is that war going? We will lose it, unless I can convince Sothosy to leave it to him, said Amalexia, losing her smile. She had meant to wait and talk to her friend in private, but the old Aetimer gave her courage to press on. I have had a vision. I have had visions. I know it to be true. Sothosy was silent for a moment and then looked at Ichicus. I must return to Morrowind. Knowing you, if you do something, you will. If you must do something. Wait. If you must do something, you will. Yeah. Sighed the old master. The Sizzix way is not to be distracted. Wars are fought, empires rise and fall. You must go, and so must we. Wait, why? Huh? What do you mean, Ichicus? Oh, exactly. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page here. Literally, page 15. Shut up. What do you mean, Ichicus? You're leaving the island? No, the island will be leaving the sea, said Ichicus, his voice taking on a dreamy quality. In a few years, the mists will move over Atrium, and we will be gone. We are counsellors by nature, and there are too many counsellors in Tamriel as it is. No, we must go and return when the land needs us again. Perhaps in another age. The old Altimer struggles to his feet and drained the last sip of his drink before leaving Sothosy and Amalexia alone. Don't miss the last boat! The year continues in Second Seed. Oh, it literally says second, the next book. Yeah. Well, whatever. That was Rain's Hand, Book 4 of 2920, the last year of the First Era, by Kalvak Townway. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you. This has been a book This has been a book rating of the Elder Scrolls. But for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.